Hi, I'm Camilla from Chief Machu Picchu and welcome to our third week of our beginners yoga course. Today we're going to be doing our balancing postures for yoga and leading towards our sun salutation routine. So warm up your body, do a few stretches that you feel comfortable with that you would have learnt from our first and second week prior. And to begin with, we're going to move and start engaging our core and start flowing through our spine. So to do this, we're going to come down onto our back into Setu Bandha Shavasana, which is our bridge pose. This is one of the best postures for the health of your spine. So if anything doesn't feel comfortable for you, just give yourself a break and rest and only work with what feels good for you at the time. Get a block or a book handy because that's going to help with our alignment. Coming down onto your back. So with our bridge posture, and any postures pretty much in yoga, we want to keep our joints in a line to help save the health of the joints. Shoulder blades back and down. This is a wonderful way to engage the pelvic floor. So if we're wanting to have quite a strong core in yoga, so we'll do a few core exercises so we relax the body. Close your eyes if you need. And lifting up the pelvic floor as if you're stopping yourself from urinating. As you draw that deeper muscle up and then release. So you place your hands on your lower abdomen. When you engage your core, you shouldn't feel your abs contract. It's much deeper than those superficial layers. So you feel the drawing. So people work with the visualization of drawing air up through a straw as well is another cue. From here, keeping this in mind, you can practice as long as you like. We draw the pelvic floor in, then press the lower back to your floor. Start to peel up the spine one vertebra at a time. So this is where you go as high as you feel comfortable with your spine. And then we reverse back down to the floor. So you may notice that your feet might be wide and the knees are falling out. This isn't very beneficial. We want to keep your feet in line with your knees and hips. And also this is where we put our block in between the knees. So we squeeze those knees into the block when we roll up. So we're not tempted to splay the knees out. Keep the feet hip distance apart, squeeze your lower back, press your arms into the floor and your hands reverse. Each vertebrae drops to the floor one at a time. Breathe in to roll up. Squeeze open the front of your body. This is wonderful for our immune system. And like I said before, the health of the spine and the spinal cord. We'll do one more here, breathing in, coming up. Try to keep your neck straight when we do any posture like this as well, so we can ensure the health of the neck. Okay, release that block to the side. Coming into a bit of a spinal rock. This is another great one for the core. You could just start with lifting your lower back off the floor, hands out for the side for support. And you'll feel your core and your abs will be working here. So a great one to remove any excess tissue around your lower abdomen. Or if you want to move for a fuller spinal roll, you tuck your chin towards those knees, get momentum and we rock up. See if you can keep your feet hovering off the floor. Tuck the chin, roll back, and forth. So we're looking to keep the body in a C shape as we roll forward and back. Again, very nourishing for the spine. We'll do two more. Coming up and hovering. This is moving us into Navasana, our boat pose. Roll the shoulders back. You can bring the feet to the floor to start with. With this posture, there's a tendency to curve in the spine and the chest sinks. You get quite a sunken chest. We don't want this. We want the shoulder and the heart to come forward. So the shoulders pull back. So feel open and proud through your chest. First level is just simply leaning in and coming up. Roll the shoulders back and come up. You'll feel your core engage, so lift that pelvic floor up. Your abs will engage too. As we recline, you can lift one leg at a time. Shin comes to be parallel with the floor. Pull the shoulders back. So this could be quite challenging. Do as long as you like. Or we'll hold, lift the shins, pull the chest forward. So remember, if you're concaving, come back up. And if you're flexible through the hamstrings, you can straighten your legs here as well. That's quite intense. Hold for as long as you like, or come in and out. We'll bring the soles of the feet together and just shake it out so you're all nice and loose. And just gently twisting through the spine. Okay, we're coming up to some of our standing balances here. Coming up onto the feet. Utkatasana. This is our chair pose. This pose is wonderful for strengthening postural muscles of the back. Toes forward, hips forward, knees forward. We'll bring in, lift the arms up, sink the shoulders and sink your body back as if you're into a chair. Take the arms at any variation. Lift up, sink and drop. We'll do one more. You can repeat with the chair, or if you're feeling comfortable, coming into a twist. Feet can be apart or together. Sink as low as you can. Left elbow meets the right thigh. We start to open the twist. Have a look that your knees and toes are facing forward. There's a tendency to split them. We want to keep them together. Come back up. Palms meet, come down. Take a breath in. As we exhale, opposite side. Push away. Keep your hips low. Look at your knees and toes. Coming up. And repeat. So either just holding in your chair, or we twist and bind, opening through the body. So we need to maintain our balance and center of gravity here. Exhale on the twist. Great for our digestive system, all these twists. Coming back up. Moving into Vrksasana, our tree pose. Bring the left big toe to the floor. Heel rest on the inner inner shin. Soften off your knee. Arms out wide, chin mudra, thumb and index finger meet. So if your hips are a bit tight, feel free to open and close this knee. Keep the hips still. Or we bring the foot into the inner calf. Soften your standing knee, tall through your spine. You can move the knee forward and back as well. Or to further the posture, if you're feeling quite stable, you hold your ankle, bring it up to the inner thigh. You push it into your inner thigh. Don't put it on your knee. If it only reaches your knee, keep your foot on your calf muscle. Lift tall. Draw the chin in. Feel open and vibrant through your chest. Lifting the gaze can challenge your balance too. Coming down, change the legs. Step onto your left foot. Right toe to the floor. Heel to inner calf. Foot to calf. Knee can move forward and back. Keep your hips still. Don't twist your whole body. Just your knee and hip. Holding out to the side. Opening up the energy of the hips, or take hold of your ankle. Push it into the inner thigh. Lift the chest. Lift the energy of the earth up through your leg. So this translates to tree pose. Visualize yourself as a beautiful sturdy tree. Spread the fingers, chin mudra. and release. And last balance pose is Virabhadrasana 3. So we did Warrior 1 and 2 in our previous video. This is our Warrior 3 and our balance warrior. We step onto our left foot, lift the arms as we lift the leg. From here we will hinge from the hips. Push the right leg out, stretch long with the arms. Over time, we look to have our body parallel with the floor. So the eye of the right hip looking at the floor. We'll come up and down. Step onto the right foot, lift the left knee up. Hinge from the hips. Your arms can stay to the front, side or beside your body. Keep the left hip looking and strong through your torso. Coming up and down. If you found that challenging, need support, come to the wall. So we would stand at a 90-degree angle at the wall, push the hands into the wall, left foot in, slide the right knee back, push equally into your hands, trying to lift your right leg so it's parallel to the floor. Keep the hip looking at the floor. Tap and lift, tap and lift. One more time. Feel really strong and controlled through your back and your posture. Down. Have a stretch out if you need. Reset the body. Right foot in, soften the knee. Left leg slides back. So keep your hip looking up. We don't want to do this. Keep the hip at the floor. Tap. And lift. I'm pushing equally into both of my hands. Keep the arms straight. Standing legs stable. And release. Back to 90 degrees, feet under hips. Stretch out the lower back. Either move into a forward fold or a back arch, whichever feels comfortable for you. And just shake out the body. Back to Tadasana, mountain pose. Breathe in, arms up. Exhale into the heart. Namaste. Thank you, everybody. So this is our balancing class for our beginners yoga. If you have any questions, feel free to come and ask me. Otherwise, next week, our final week, we're going to be practicing our sun salutations A and B. So thank you. Hope you have a great week.